Hello, my name is Amy Akers, and I am going over the research topic of Livor Mortis. This is the first slide that I have shows a decedent on a prep table, basically. It kind of gives you a pictorial idea of what takes place and what a person looks like with Livor Mortis. Now, the beginning of the livor mortis starts with pooling of the blood due to gravity, and this starts as soon as the heart stops beating. So within the first 0 to 30 minutes, your blood is being pulled out of the capillaries and moved throughout your body as far as, on how, depending upon how you're laying. Whether you're sitting up in a recliner, whether you're laying down on a bed, or even if you're in a tragic accident, the process begins with everybody, no matter what type of animal you are, human, deer, whichever, it doesn't really matter. The livor mortis is consensual on all types of level as far as time frames begin. It doesn't matter who you are. So on the next slide, I am showing the timeline. So from 0 to 30 minutes, you have an initial stage of where everything is starting to shut down. Your blood is draining out of your capillaries. Your organs are, shutting down as well. Blood is starting to pool, and your heart has stopped beating that blood through the system and everything else. And so it starts right then and there. But between 30 minutes and 2 hours, it starts showing the signs of livor mortis in the body. It's not visually viewable until about 2 hours, was whenever a person can see it with their own eyeballs. So it takes some time. So sometimes whenever you're doing a removal, it may be hours before a hospice nurse calls you. And so at that point in time, with the family being able to visit with their loved one as long as possible, you could see signs of livor mortis at that stage as well. How it depends upon how quickly you get there to do that removal. So from 4 to 8 hours, you have more livor mortis, settling in the back side of the person, or however they are positioned and laying. So if you're laying flat, it's going to be primarily in your back. Your upper back, if you have something in your lower back that could be causing some pressure up there in your bed, whether it be a pillow or whether you have sweatpants on to be around your waist or something like that. This is where the pressure displacement comes into effect. Your blood is still pooling and settling down and changing your body different colors. So at this point, you're still kind of red and patchy, and you could start be blanching in some areas on this point. So from 8 to 12 hours is when it starts really settling in your back. I'm just assuming everyone is laying flat on their back, to be truthful. So this is where, it's all joining together now, because you have more blood in the back, and if you have something, pressure on your lower back, or, you have sweatpants, this is where you're going to see white, patchy, blanchy areas. It's because the sweatpants could be constricting right there on your waist, so it displaces the blood pooling right there and everything. So essentially, after about 12 hours, your body is basically done with the livor mortis process. And this could be turning bluish and purplish at this point in time, because you have so much blood that has pooled there now, and that is settling. So this is where, embalmers would be trying to work hard to make that body move and stretch and make them, get rid of that patchiness and stuff like that. But it's not 100% or anything else like that. An embalmer can't control that. But this is just the process of livor mortis, and it starts at the time that a person's heart stops beating. So this is the timeline that I have configured for everyone. This is a couple of pictures of actual discoloration. In the top one, you can see where a person has a white blanchy spot in the middle of their back. I don't know what would have been they would have been laying on at that point in time or in their back, but you can see the color disbursement all around that area. And then it actually looks like this person did have some form of sweatpants or elastic band around their waist in order to cause that discoloration right there as well. The more of the blanching. So apparently this picture I had found, and it shows the fingers as far as being like possibly moving, like maybe a removal was a little bit tough, and they caused some pressure right there at that time frame that they were being removed and placed onto a cot, as to where that caused that type of blanching. You can look at the bottom, and it looks like they were primarily laying on their back, because it looks like there is just some reddish color down below where their buttocks is. That kind of looks like buttocks, and that looks like their thigh right there to me. So I hope you appreciate and learned a little bit of knowledge. Thank you.